baseball fans, and welcome. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Reds taking on the Tropics. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. And on the hill in this one, Sammy Navarro. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport, Singy.
Boog, he brings a ton of confidence with him to the mound. He's looking for good at-bats and a few runs from his teammates, and he's hoping to take care of the rest to make sure they come away with a win. If he's on in this one, it's going to be a real uphill battle for everyone else.
Now it's the second baseman, Andy Ibanez. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He's got it. And there's one down. Okay, let's check out the lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know guys are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing they can get out of the ballpark with a guy who's got decent pop. That could be a really tough pitch to handle, a front door breaking ball, but he did a great job staying in there, keeping that front shoulder closed. He didn't spin off the ball and hook it foul, which happens so many times.
And now it's Luis Robert. Foul ball there.
It's almost unfair that he can just pull that ball out of his pocket and throw it up there in addition to his other pitches. It's unlike anything else he throws, and because he doesn't throw it all the time, you just don't get a good look at it throughout and back.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Adolis Garcia. That one's in there, and the count is even, 2-2. Two outs. And another ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
And here's a 3-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in game 1 of the NLDS. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. The 1-1. And a pop-up. Right side. Foul territory. Navarro drifts towards it. Brings it in. And that is that. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Johan Oviedo. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Here comes a pitch. Fly ball down the line. And that will fall.
Patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep, so pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Well, there. Safe. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
The crowd here's been fired up even before the first pitch for this series, and they'll go crazy right here if they can take an early first-inning lead.
Got him swinging. Slider got him for strike 3. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And here's the first baseman, Navarro. Sharp grab there. That's through for base hit. Around third. Now a low throw home. He was scored in top of the lead. 1-0.
It's a run on the board and picks up and top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's a big power threat. Navarro. And a pitch. And he gets tied up right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt, it scoots away. Navarro into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And here comes Carlos Correa. And a foul ball.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button. Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1. Outside low, and the count is 2-2. Upstairs. Eddie Rosario up next. Swings and misses, struck him out. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. This is the National League Division Series on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's going to be number 73. The wind of the pitch. Singy, here's a fun nugget. Through the 2022 season, only 8 players ever had at least 3 career postseason hits, where all of those hits were for extra bases. And you're one of them. Kicks and fires. He goes down looking.
Just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards carry right there. I think the hitter saw all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked hands.
And that's a fair ball. Runner on at first with one gone. Yandy Diaz now. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Correa tosses across the first. Little chance of the double play with the runner in motion.
Well, not to brag, Boog, but our postseason extra base hits were pretty special, too. 2 doubles off of Pedro Martinez in 2003 and an RBI triple off Freddie Garcia in 2000.
And a pitch. Right side. Rosario sizes this one up. He makes the grab. And that is that. One hit, one left. Now to the bottom of the second. The Tropics have the lead 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Eddie Rosario. I wouldn't get too pumped up about that postseason extra base hit thing, Singy. The all-time leader with 4 is Ken Holtzman, a pitcher, and one of his hits was a homer.
Yeah, Boog, I'm sure he was a position player, though, before he started pitching.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer back. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
And now the DH, Jose Miranda. One down, base is empty. And now 1-2. The pitch. He won 95 to finish him off. 2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, M.J. Melendez. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Garcia makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. On to the 3rd inning. Now at the plate, Andy Ibanez.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area. Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Wouldn't chase that time.
There's a good feel in the ballpark, and that's what you expect when the home side has the lead in game 1. This energy is going to keep building with every out.
He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Could be extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Diaz now. Swing and a miss. And a count. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The shortstop takes the ball. Navarro, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. And at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout. And there's one away.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Luis Robert now. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
1 out and a runner at second. Pitched off and in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swings and misses. Pulled the string on the changeup. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Adolis Garcia. The 1-1 is fouled off. Next one misses, 0-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Man on second, 2 down. And another ball.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Smoked on the ground, a second. Baez goes over to first. And Garcia is out. That's out number 3. Bottom of the inning. Vic Caratini at the plate. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Fastball for a strike.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for a punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. The other way, and it goes just foul.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
And there's a ball. Diaz. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now back, second baseman, Javier Baez.
Now it's Javier Baez. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of... And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's gone right off the wall. Round second, taking for third. The throw is wild, and it gets away.
I could watch base hits like that all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
So 2 down. Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Navarro. That one not close. And the count 2-1. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the last half of the third. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Singles for him. Absolutely smoked that baseball. What a swing. Sent it out way faster than it came in, of course. 113 off the bat, and no matter where you hit it at that speed, it's tough to make a play on.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now it's the power speed combo, Navarro. 2 outs. Bounce to the left side. Diaz. They take the force out, and that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching the National League Division Series on the show. Game 1 of the Division Series. Now, Yordan Alvarez. 1-1 now. Just missed. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
That was straight peso right there.
The 2-2. Popped up to the left into foul ground near the fence. He's got it, and there's 1 down.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Next is the designated hitter. And that's a little bit high. Now 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. And that one is lifted in the air. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Miguel Vargas getting ready to hit. 2 outs, base is empty. A little out front there as he swings through it.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. He usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Carlos Correa. And he deals. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he's got a leadoff double in the 4th.
Well, I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
So, man aboard. Stepping in, Eddie Rosario. The 1-1 is fouled off. Kicks and deals. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Correa stands at second with no outs. And another ball. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The pitch. And a swing and a miss. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Man, there was no deviating from the fastball right there. He just kept coming after him with it. Here it is. Hit it if you can. But he just couldn't find a way to put it in play.
So up next, Jose Miranda. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 strikes.
One out and a runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. On the ground to third, Vargas. On to first. Now 2 out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
MJ Melendez will hit next. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Man at second. Backs and misses. It's a strikeout. So 1 hit is all they get. We played 4. The Tropics. And well. Back to the ballpark. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now the first baseman, Yandy Diaz.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
The pitch. Good job to fight that one off. Righty to the plate. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Not a great curveball there at all, but clearly he wasn't looking for it because it just dropped right into the happy zone, and it looked like, to me, the swing was a little bit late. Tells me he gave up on it early and then just tried to have that emergency hack at the last second to put it in play.
Now the catcher up to hit, Edgar Caro. Good eye in that spot. Next offering in there for a strike. And the foul is filled up.
He's got into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going. It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
That to right, Rios under this one and makes the grab. 2 out. And it's Aledmys Diaz. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. 2 outs. And he triple digits.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. So they've been held scoreless through 5. The Tropics lead it 2-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the catcher, Victor Caratini. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Struck him out swinging. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Robert makes the grab, 2 down.
The batter, the second
New pitcher now, Adrian Morejon. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Now, Adrian Morejon.
Javi Baez digs in right side. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one is inside. Next pitch is downstairs. Navarro in the on-deck circle. Three and two now. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
2 balls.
Pitch out, but no action. Baez runs. That one is absolutely belted. And no one can get there. And that's going to roll to the wall. In to score from first. It's 3-zip. Safe at third with a triple. His 3rd hit of the day.
Goes through with the RBI. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Navarro now at the plate. Lifted in the air, right field. Garcia heads after it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. They do get on the board in the inning on this run-scoring triple. It's now 3-0. Top 6. And now the center fielder, Luis Robert.
These fans have to feel good right about now. This series not going to be easy, but they have the lead at home in game 1. That brings the anxiety down a few notches.
Good swing and a miss.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. In the air out to center. Navarro should have this one. Makes the catch. Run up and down. So now it's the full hitter, Adolis Garcia.
Almost 100 pitches through 5 1/3 innings. I'm thinking he's probably done in the next couple of batters.
And here it comes.
Oh, that's off the plate.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
And there's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Now this is in the air down the line. Rosario pulls it down, and there's two gone. Two outs, base is empty. Yordan Alvarez digs in now. Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the sixth. And another ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That misses the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. The Tropics out front here, 3-0. Well, we go bottom 6. Now Correa up to hit. Falling behind 2-1. Movement in the bullpen. Rodriguez getting loose out there. Smith warming up as well. Next pitch is outside. This one in the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. And the batter now, Eddie Rosario. Here's a 1-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Robert on the move. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
The batter, the designated hitter.
And the batter now, Emmanuel Rivera.
He's looking to hit the ball the other way in 99% of his at-bats. But if you make a mistake middle in, he can touch you up for a 4-bagger.
And another ball. And the slider just misses.
Talk about breaking pitches away. You get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Number 30.
Edwin Rios here. Breaking ball, and that got him.
So, Boog, if you had to take one for the team, where would you want to get hit?
Chris, I think I'd have to say upper hamstring. And now the catcher comes up to him. Victor Caratini. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. That's to third, and that one finds its way through. Around third, he scores, and they lead by 4.
Well done, drives in the run. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
So the batting order turns over, and now it's Frankie Lindor. The pitch. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two on, 2 outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Off the mark there. And that's ball 2.
Way to lay off that fastball off right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Top of inning number 7. Now it's the DH, number 73. And a 1-1. They've got to pull lighter. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Foul ball still, 1-2 count. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Looked like he reached back and got a little extra on that one. Triple digits off the miles per hour through the zone. No chance of touching that one.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the late stages of game 1. In the air, left field. Sizing this one up. And there are 2 outs.
Now back. The first baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Now a chance for Yandy Diaz. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And a foul ball. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets it 1-2-3. Rodriguez on the pitch out of the pen here.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
The batter now, Javier Baez.
The second baseman, Javier Baez.
Out to short, Diaz. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Dude, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Next to hit, Navarro. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. Double play ball to second. Ibanez to second for 1. Throw to first, but he beat it. Man at first, Navarro getting ready to hit. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And the righty deals. And he can't come up with it. No call. That's an error, and everyone is safe. So first and second with 1 man gone. Here's Carlos Correa. And the right-hander deals. And another ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Here the bottom of the 7th. Wouldn't chase that time.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Swings and chases a low one there.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Swings through it for the K. The high heat, too much on that one. Will Smith on to pitch here.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
So first and second with 2 outs. Eddie Rosario will hit next. And now 2 balls and a strike. Navarro, the lead runner at second. Navarro at first, 2 out of the inning. That one misses. Now 3 in a row. Emmanuel Rivera waiting for a turn at the plate. Left-hand batter waits. That one the other way. Diaz. Now the throw to first on the run. That's the inning. New inning getting started, and now Edgar Carroll. The Reds in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Next offering misses down and away. Bullpen activity starting up now. Joe Jimenez, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. De Leon, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. That's in there.
A pretty good pitch, top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Swing and miss. And that is strike 2. Stays alive. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. And out front for the strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He's out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Aledmus Diaz now. 2 outs. Out to short. Lindor on the first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Pitching change here, number 48. Leading off, Emmanuel Rivera.
The designated hitter, Emmanuel Rivera.
Right-handed reliever. That's in there. And it's 2-2. Struck him out without the swing. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Just misses with that. Action in the pen down there. Yennier Cano up and loosening in the pen. One down, base is empty. That one hit to right. Grabs it on the run. 2 down.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority.
Hit in the air, center field. Robert moves under it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Looks like he's heading back out for the ninth as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Joe Jimenez.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Here's the center fielder, Luis Robert. Ball to strike. And another ball. Line drive, and that's just foul. And a pitch. And they'll do it again. For the first out here in the ninth. Digging in, Adolis Garcia. Base is empty, one away here at the top of the ninth. And that's in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Emilio Pagan getting ready to go. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Next offering is downstairs. And that's in for a strike.
Good pitch to hit on the tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
This could end it. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
It's pretty early in the series to say a must-win game, but when you've got home field advantage, it's a luxury, but you have to protect it. Huge win in game one to set the tone.
Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Here now is our final line score. First for your victorious home team, 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 8 runners on base. For the visitors, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 39 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's Venezuela taking on the Dominican Republic. John Shambi on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. Game 1 is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture Game 1, you're full of confidence that you got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. And on the mound today, Sandy Alcantara.
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Next offering is fouled back. 1-2 now. Altuve waits. Lifted in the air, right center field. And they get Altuve for the out. And there's one down. Let's take a look at our lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. And that gives them a lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Luis Arraez stands in. One down, base is empty. And a good eye there. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
One run across in the frame so far here in Game 1 of the ALDS. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. And a pitch. And he walked him.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
Alcantara over to first. Acuna dives back in.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Now here is Everson Pereira. Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Acuna runs. High fly ball, right field. Tatis drifts towards it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back here with my pal Siggy. And on the hill, Ranger Suarez. What do you have on him, Chris?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Bottom of the first. And the batter will be the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Hit hard on the ground to short. Sends it to Flores. One gone, bottom half of the first. Let's take a look at the lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. And that's outside. Home team down a run here in game one. Left field, way back there. And that one's off the wall. Around first, heading for two. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Nice double right there. Long contact coming back at that. Didn't get enough air in there to drive it out of here, but we'll take that swing and that result every time.
And at second with one away, here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And now the lefty on the ground to third. Whips it to first. And Guerrero is set down.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter,
Juan Soto down.
Soto's batting stance oozes with personality. It's one of the most recognizable in the game, Boo.
Now one miss.
One strike.
Man on second, two down.
Ball.
Ketel Marte waits on deck. That's hard hit on the line. And Acuna able to make the grab. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Orlando Arcia.
the shortstop.
I just love watching Alcantara get ready for games, Boog. He turns into a different person, just usually cracking jokes and having a good time, but start days are a different story. That's when things get serious for this guy.
And that one missing low. The pressure is high for the players in the postseason, but maybe even higher for the managers. Every decision you make is critical to the success of the team and to your own reputation. And a 2-1 on the way.
Well, for better or worse, managers are remembered for what they do in the postseason. Pull the right strings, they might build a statue of you someday. One bad decision, and you might be updating your resume. You've got to be sharp. Staying inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
In the air to left center. Hernandez ranging after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's two away. Two outs, base is empty. And now the switch hitting catcher, Hebert Ruiz. Two outs. Close one, doesn't get the call. 3-1. Andres Jimenez to bat next. It's 1-0. Bottom of the second. Now it's going to be Ketel Marte.
Second baseman.
I wouldn't get too puffed up about that postseason extra base hit thing, Siggy. The all-time leader with 4 is Ken Holtzman, a pitcher, and one of his hits was a homer.
Yeah, Boog, I'm sure he was a position player, though, before he started pitching.
Up towards right center field. Chourio makes the grab on the run. So one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Tatis waits. Got it by him for the K.
Most hitters handle mid-90s no problem these days, but if the pitcher is effective at mixing up his pitches, changing speeds, adding and subtracting velocity, you can see a pitch of that velocity just jump past a hitter's swing.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. And Devers hits that one. And Acuna able to make the grab. And that's the inning. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Andres Jimenez. And it is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And another ball. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Back to the top of the lineup, Jose Altuve now at the plate. Jimenez aboard here at first with nobody out.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely. Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Guerrero fired to second, and that's 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
At the plate, Jackson Chourio. Goes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he he sets him down 1-2-3. As we go to the last of the third, here's Teoscar Hernandez. Pitch. That one fouled off, 2-2. Here comes a pitch. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And Gary Sanchez at the plate. Not close with that one. And the count 2-1.
So we're getting a postseason matchup with teams from the same division, and I think these matchups are great because both teams know each other really, really well. No secrets, no unknowns, nothing like that. Just go out and play and let the best team win.
The wind of the pitch. And now it's filled up.
Really good too, especially with 2 strikes.
Goes down looking. So the lineup flips over. And now Ellie De La Cruz. Sinker catches the zone at the knees.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
That's outside. 2-2. Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shelby with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Luis Arias. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
On his way over. Throws it into the end. And there's one down. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Foul ball.
Yeah, he's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
Slider got him for strike 3.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Oh, that's
Just off the inside edge. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering upstairs.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And there's a strike on the outside corner.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at-bat.
To the right side. Guerrero takes it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. One of the division series. Now the number 2 hitter, Julio Rodriguez. Swings and misses. 1-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swings and misses. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. When with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error. But some way, you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And a pitch. Can't glove it cleanly, but plenty of time to recover, and that's the second out.
Now the designated hitter.
And now it's Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball. He's a threat deep into the count as well.
To the right side, finds his way through, base hit, and that keeps the inning going.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Ketel Marte up to the plate. Boots it.
Took it for granted a little bit, so maybe just as much of a mental mistake as a physical one. And with 2 outs, that's a tough one to swallow for the entire defense.
So 2 on with 2 away, and now the right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr. 2 on, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. 3rd out, and that ends the frame.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And we're back. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Orlando Arcia. The wind of the pitch. Hard hit, left field, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
He was all over that one. Maybe a little out in front of the pitch right there, but he squared it up pretty good, and he kept it inside the line. And just a really nice job on the other side of the defense to hold that to a long single.
And now it's Wilmer Flores. Righty delivers. Up and in, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
And a pitch. Right through there for a strike.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation running on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll it to a double play.
Arcia gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98. Got a really good pass at the ball.
Sneaks through, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Here's a 1-1.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
No outs, runners at first and second. And there's a strike. Big heater, 98. Kicks and fires. And swinging, he chased the changeup, and that is a big first out.
He was able to execute the perfect pitch for that situation. Had been pounding him with fastballs, and then all of a sudden pulls out the changeup and has good enough command to make it competitive. Tell you what, varying speeds like that to a hitter can be really, really effective. And right there, you could tell that hitter was just overmatched.
Here's Andres Jimenez.
Nope, that's the ball.
Close one, doesn't get the call. It's 2-1. Just missed.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And they're all loaded up.
Well, he's normally going to fill up the strike zone and really limit base runners, but his command in this one just seems off out there. A lot more walks than he's used to giving up.
So the batting order turns over. Jose Altuve up to hit here. At the belt and fires. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
And now the center fielder, Jackson Chourio. Swung on, belted. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double as they score a pair on the play.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So 2 down. Here's the second baseman, Luis Arias. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
And he deals. And that's downstairs and outside. Activity in the bullpen. Yohan Duran appears to be getting loose. Soto also throwing. 2 runs across in the inning. And we're at the top of the 5th. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. They put 2 on the board on 3 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Marlins on top here, 3-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's Devers at the plate. The 1-2. And another ball. Start the inning. And now Teoscar Hernandez.
just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Kicks and deals. Line drive, Adam in center field.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. Looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
There's Gary Sanchez.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
That's off the mark, and it's 2-1. Fastball for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And here it comes. And that's grounded away.
Executed that pitch very nicely. Just missed with it.
Downstairs, and it misses ball 4.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know, his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Now it's the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. The pitch. Swings and misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning. Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
2 on, 1 out. The shortstop takes the ball. Two down. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And here is Julio Rodriguez. Next offered in there for a strike. 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Two outs. Got it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning.
A couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
All set for the top of the 6th. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Swing and a miss.
1 ball.
As he was out
2
front that
strikes.
time. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string of the changeup.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. In the air, right field. Tatis settles underneath it. He's got it. And there's 2 down. And now the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. The pitch. Fought off foul. down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the sixth. That misses. 2-2. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to the bottom of inning number 6. Venezuela out front 3-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. And now here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The wind and the pitch. Hard hit right side. Off balance throw in time. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The designated hitter, Juan Soto.
Here's Juan Soto.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Number 30, preparing to come on if needed. Suarez also getting ready. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Left-hand hitter waits. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example of why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
And strike 2.
2 strikes.
That was the emergency hack right there.
The pitch. Wouldn't chase that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Next offering misses. Counts full, 3-2. Fernando Tatis Jr. up next. And a pitch. That one ripped right center field. That's down. One hops off the wall. And he's got a double.
Got it nicely. He put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Trying to put it all together there. He's rewarded with the double.
Out of the dugout and ready to make a move to the bullpen. Ranger Suarez departs, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. New pitcher on here, Pedro Avila.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Hit on the ground to the right side. And that chance handle whips it to first on the run. And that's terrific work out of the bullpen. One pitch to end the frame. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Yohan Duran. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. And here's the first baseman, Wilmer Flores.
The first baseman, Wilmer Flores.
Registers the pitch out and hits
typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Here's the catcher, Hebert Ruiz. Next offering is in for a strike. Moving into bullpen, Yimi Garcia. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. 1 out, base is empty. Right-hander kicks, deals. Ouch, that one drilled him. Oh, he throws it away. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull him to second safely.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and he might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it, and I think that was the case right there.
One out, runner at second. And now Andres Jimenez. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. A gigantic blast. It's 5-zip. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Sometimes we say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, it was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
A new pitcher in the game, Yimi Garcia.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Back to the top of the order. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. 1 down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And the right-hander deals. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires the first. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
I think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Chourio. Headed down the line. And that's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Down the line. And a foul ball. And the pitch. Missed with a changeup. 3-2 now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the late stages of game 1. That one the other way. Sends it to first. Out number 3. With 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And the lead is now 5-0. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. Bottom of the 7th, and here is Devers. Right side. A Arraez on to first. One up, one down.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Next offering is in for a strike. The line to kick the pitch. Hernandez tries to hold up, appeal to first. No swing. He held up. Clyde Washington with the call there. Righty to the plate. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Right-handed reliever. Blows the high knee past him. That's a strikeout.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. With all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and speed.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. Angel De Los Santos gets the call from the pen.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Now it's the second baseman, Luis Arraez.
The second baseman, Luis Arraez.
The pitch. Fouls one off. 2-2. This one popped up. Devers sizes this one up. Here's Acuna now. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? In the air, right field. Tatis drifts towards it. Corrals it. 2 up, 2 down.
Now back, the left fielder, Everson.
And now it's going to be Everson Pereira. Two outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swings, and that's a strikeout. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, number 30. Back to the top of the order now. And the batter will be the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Up the middle. And it finds its way through for a hit. The leadoff man aboard.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
And now Julio Rodriguez. Just missed.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and part of the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Just missed.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's going to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Move to first. De La Cruz back easily. The pitch. That one fouled off. is ball 4.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. De La Cruz on second. Rodriguez on at first with nobody out. And a work for the center field base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Throw is off the line, and he scores. It's 5-1.
Never timed it out any better than that. They often hear the phrase short turn and run through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
And here is Juan Soto. And the righty deals. He gets there with the slide. Over to Arcia. That's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Now back, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Jose Suarez takes over on the mound. Here's Ketel Marte. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And a foul ball. And a pitch. On the ground, a second, might be two. Over to Arcia. That's one. And that's quick work out of the pen. One batter, 2 outs, inning over. So it may be too little, too late, but they're on the board here in the late going. It's now a 5-1 ball game. This is the American League Series on the show. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Gregory Soto. Orlando Arcia digs in now.
The shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
The count 2-1. And another ball. And that one fouled off. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now Wilmer Flores fires to second for one. To first. Double play. Nicely done.
Perfectly timed dive right there to knock the ball down. He gets up and flips it to the second baseman to start. That 4-6-3 double play. Tell you what, that is the pitcher.
And here's the catcher, Hebert Ruiz. The 1-1. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One hit in the inning, but no one left. One more shot coming up. Bottom of the ninth on deck. The Marlins on top 5-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now, Fernando Tatis Jr. Here comes a pitch. In the air, out towards right center. On the move. And there's one down. He's 2 outs away. Here's Rafael Devers. Swing and a deep dive. This one's got a chance. Way back there. And boom goes the dynamite. A massive home run. And they're chipping away. It's 5-2.
This game just got a little more interesting with that home run. Clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. It would have been a long strike, but instead, Batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job.
A new arm into the game. The righty, Rustar Graterol.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
So one out, nobody on. Teoscar Hernandez getting ready to hit. Ball to strike. Pitch. Right through there for a strike. And he deals. Got him swinging. So they're down to their final out. Gary Sanchez at the plate. The 1-1. That's inside. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of inning number 9. Graterol is just 1 strike away. Two now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that is the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.